beautiful souls. Welcome back to Coddywomple Bookstop. Here I'm before you with the second part of what Dead Poet Society and freedom writers have for us. So let's get straight into the video. Alberto Mango says, maybe this is why we read, and why in moments of darkness we return to books, to find words for what we already know. In no time, I found a connection between his inspiring quote with that of another film I watched. Freedom Riders, which was directed by Richard Lagravance, where a similar idealist young teacher teaches and inspires some at-risk young students to empathize, respect each other, and influence the world with their words. Here we have a young, inspiring teacher, Eric Gruel, who committed herself to uplifting her students through literature. Miss Gruel binds the ethnically and racially diverse students in the umbrella of peace and tolerance through choosing the literary works that reflects the students' realities. We can't simply close our eyes to the world out there, because we are also part of it, like all those who suffer. When Mrs. Gruel tries to bind them together, the students immediately retorts, "They can't and won't do that." Her reply to them is quite remarkable here. Quite true. None of us wants to leave dust and ashes to the world. Miss Gruel emotionally connects every student to the dreadful things happening outside their locality. She teaches about ethnic violence around the world, about Anne Frank, about Zlata Filipovic. Literature is not simply poems or songs or mere structure, but powerful words that can move the world in every aspect. Every one of us have stories to say, and as Maya Angelou says, there is no great agony than bearing an untold story inside you. All her students are victims of racial and social tensions, so she makes them read similar stories where they find close association with Anne Frank and Zlata and so on. Some are likely to be shot before 16 due to gang violence in their neighborhoods and are unsure about the future prospects. Some are facing domestic abuse, some are abandoned, and some are terribly homeless. She introduces to them the freedom writers, the interracial group of activists who rode in American South in 1960s to protest the segregation of public buses. She calls her students freedom writers and asks them to write their mind out through diary entries which they just. There unfolds their untold story. As T.S. Eliot said, the purpose of literature is to turn blood into ink. The generous teacher gets a sponsor for 35 computers, and thus they compile their diary entries and make their voice to the world. The scenes are quite intriguing and powerful that they capture our sense and attention and gives us new insights. There was this remarkable scene when an introvert stepped forward to read aloud his entry, thanking his teacher for making him positive in his adversities, and the students who were watching this seemed deeply affected by his words. As Joyce Carol Oates states, reading is the sole means by which we slip involuntarily and often helplessly into another's skin, another's voice, another soul. How much world is connected with words? A black, a Latino, a Cambodian, a white, or an Indian writes something, and in a moment we are in their shoes and we learn to empathize with them. We can literally feel what they felt. There is no difference. Yet in another scene where Mickey's the Holocaust survivor of Nazi Germany comes and have a discussion with the students. She discusses about Anne Frank and the Holocaust days. And in a situation, she even tells them they are all heroes who spread the words of peace and tolerance. And this was a new insight for the students. The film is an avowal of words can change the world. It did in the past, it's now ongoing in the present, and it will definitely do in the future. And no doubt, words will definitely change the world. As Harriet Tubman says, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world.